Welcome grade 6. In this lesson we will learn unit 1 cells. Topic 1.3 specialized cells. Learning book page number 17 to 21 and workbook page number 7 to 10. The learning objectives are to learn about some specialized plant and animal cells and to explain how the structure of some specialized cells are related to their functions. Keywords are absorb means soak up, adopted means having features that help it carry out its functions, axon a very long strand of cytoplasm along which electrical signals are passed, capillary the smallest type of blood vessels, cilia tiny hair-like structures that extend from the surface of some cells, ciliated cells, a cell with tiny threads called cilia along its edges which can move in a wave-like motion. Dendrite, a short strand of cytoplasm on a neuron which collects electrical signals from other neurons. Function, the job that something does or the role it plays. Hemoglobin, a red pigment inside the red blood cells. Mucus, sticky substance made by cells leaving the tubes from the mouth to the lungs. Neurons, a cell that carries electrical signals. Palisade cells, a cell found inside the leaf of a plant. Pigment, a colored substance. Red blood cells, a very small cell with no nucleus that delivers oxygen to every part of the body. Root hair cell, a cell that is found on the outside of plant roots. Specialized means built to do its job really well. In the last lesson we discussed about plant cells and animal cells. So from that lesson recall your learnings and complete these sentences. Cell membrane, what does it do? So this is a class discussion. You have to complete it with yourself. So cell membrane, it controls what goes in and out of the cell. Cell wall, hold the plant cell in shape. Nucleus, it controls all the activities of cells. A chloroplast converts the light energy into chemical energy through the process of photosynthesis. Cell parts and functions. Now recall your previous knowledge and answer these statements. I am a jelly-like structure. I am where chemical reactions happen. What am I? So the answer is cytoplasm. I am found only in plant cells. I contain the pigment chlorophyll. What am I? So it is chloroplast. There are usually lots of me in a cell. I help to provide the cell with energy. What am I? So the answer is mitochondria. Specialized cell. An organism needs, in the body of the organisms, a lot of jobs needs to be done. So there are a lot of types of cells, each cell with its own function. So on the basis of what job is needed by the organism, the cell will adapt to that condition and will help organism to live a life. So we have some specialized cells inside the body of any organisms which perform specific functions. Some of the specialized animal cells are red blood cells. They are found in the blood of the human beings. Neuron cells, they are found in the nervous system. And the third type of the cells are ciliated cells. Now red blood cells, they are smaller than most of the other cells in the body. This allows them to get through tiny blood capillaries. Blood capillaries transfer the blood from one part of the body to the other part of body. So red blood cells are smaller in size, that's why they can transfer from one side of the body to the other side of the body using the capillaries. The cytoplasm contains a red pigment color called hemoglobin. This carries oxygen around the body. So the cytoplasm of the red blood cells contain a red pigment, hemoglobin, and this hemoglobin contains the oxygen. Our body takes the oxygen from the hemoglobin and use it. Now this cell, the red blood cells, has no nucleus. This leaves more space for hemoglobin. Neuron. Neurons are cells which carry electrical signals from one part of the body to another part. They help all the different parts of the body to communicate with each other. So, neuron cells are found in the nervous system. Okay, whenever you feel some pain, the pain is recognized by your brain. And what happens if there is any pain in your hand? That pain will be transferred by electrical signals using neurons. So the neurons are cells which carry the electrical signals from a part of a body to your brain and again gets back the response to that signal. For example, they can carry signals from the brain to muscles to make the muscles move. If you want to move your muscle, the brain should order the muscle to move. So what happens? The neuron takes the order from the brain and brings them to the muscles, and then the muscle starts moving. So the brain controls the whole body through signals. Means the brain will send signals to each part of your body for moving, for relaxing, and for other functions. Who brings those signals to the parts of the body? That is neuron. So neurons are cells which carry the electrical signals from brain to the other parts of the body. The axon is a very long strand of cytoplasm. Now you can see in the diagram, this is the axon, and this axon is a part of a neuron cell. This cell is a cell of neuron. It is a very long cell. You can see you have a nucleus inside the neuron cell, you have a cell membrane, you have a dendrite, and you have axon. So axon is a very large strand of cytoplasm. Electrical signals can travel along this very quickly. So axon is used for the transfer of electrical signals. Dendrites are short strands of cytoplasm that collect electrical signals from other nearby nerve cells. Now you can see these are dendrites. They collect the electrical signals. The next are ciliated cells. Now these cells are have tiny threads along one edge. Now you can see the cell. These threads are called cilia. They have a cell membrane, they have a nucleus, and also cytoplasm. Now these cilia helps this cell to move. Okay. One place in the body that contains ciliated cell is the lining of the tube leading from your mouth to your lungs. So it is present in the respiratory tube of human beings. The other cells in this lining make a sticky substance which is called mucus. When you breathe, so the mucus catch all the dust and bacteria in the air, and the mucus stops these dangerous substances to enter your lungs. Now what the cilia do? The cilia sweep the mucus up to the back of your mouth and you swallow it. This is the main function of the cereal. There are some special cells in the plants as well. One of them is the root hair cell. You can see in the diagram, this is how the root hair cell look like. It has a large vacuole. It has a cytoplasm, a nucleus, a cell wall and a cell membrane. Now this root hair cell looks like a key. They are found outside the plant roots. Their function is to absorb water from the soil. They take water from the soil, and that water is used by the plant for making its food and other materials. Each cell has a long, thin extension that allows water to move easily from the soil into the cell. Now, with the help of this extension, this long extension, they take the water from the soil and then move the water to the other parts of the plant. The next one is palisade cells. They are found in the leaves of plants. Their function is to make food by photosynthesis. They have a lot of chloroplast containing chlorophyll. The chlorophyll absorbs energy from sunlight, which is used to help the plant in making the food. So this is a palisade cell, which contain a cell wall, cell membrane, mitochondria, cytoplasm, chloroplast and nucleus. Now this cell helps the plant to get the sunlight for photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process in which the plant makes food for itself. This is a research question. You have to Google the question by yourself. Higher order thinking question. Along with the red blood cells, our body also has got white blood cells. Complete the table to summarize how this cell is adapted to carry out its function. So white blood cells, what is the function? The function is fight infections and other disease. So when any disease attack the human body, the white blood cells defend them. They have a specialized structure which produces RNA. RNA is a genetic material. How this helps the cell to carry out its function? Can synthesize protein. So it makes the protein which fights against any attack, any external attack on the cell. Thank you so much for your time.